The reason why uneducated people are so susceptible to idolatry or celebrity worship is because they do not have the tools to think for themselves. And one of the most important things that comes from being educated and knowledgeable is empowerment. Because having the ability to think for yourself, to come up with your own ideas, is incredibly empowering. And this is why education is so inaccessible in the United States. White supremacy is an ideology that is rooted in fear. And this is why so much of what these right-wing parties and people like Donald Trump, Viktor Orban rely on. They want their populace to be fearful of threats that aren't actually there. Because fear is an extreme emotion. And very often when people are afraid, they don't think logically. And so when you have a population that is uneducated and doesn't think logically in the first place, they will believe anything you tell them. This is why it was so crazy for me to leave my sociology bubble and see that people actually thought that Charlie Kirk was brilliant. And as I was watching him in some of these debates, I knew the things he was saying were not true. But his delivery was very confident, and he presented the things that he said in a manner that made him seem like he knew what he was talking about. And so for people who don't have the knowledge, they don't have the background, who are also lacking the tools needed to think rationally and critically, of course, someone like him who is telling them that the reason why you are suffering in this country, why your futures are threatened, is because of all these outside agitators, they're going to believe that. And this is why defunding education is always the primary goal for people who are right-wing. There's a reason why right-wing ideology is not popular on college campuses. It's not actually rooted in fact. Race has nothing to do with anything as it relates to intellect. It's all bullshit. But if you tell someone who is fearful, uneducated, and don't know how to think for themselves that you have all the answers, they're going to elect you as their spokesperson to tell the world why they're feeling what they're feeling, because they cannot do it for themselves.